Hello everyone, today I am going to show you depth projection. Depth projection basically used to convert 2D image into 3D for stereo conversion. If someone is not good at modeling but he want to do some projection, then he or she can use this projection technique. So first of all I will show you how to implement this depth map for depth projection. Then I will show you how to create depth map for an image. So here I have one image of a house, and here I already created one depth map for this image. So definitely the far area from the camera show in black and near contain show in white. Okay, so now I'll show you how to implement this depth projection. So first of all I create one image plane, okay, and I apply this image in this image plane input. Okay, so my image look like this. Now I create one camera, and I create one merge 3D, and I merge this image plane and camera in this merge 3D. Now I drag my camera in Z like this. Okay, now after this merge I create one displace 3D, okay, and I apply this merge 3D in displace 3D's input. Now I apply this depth map as a depth reference of this displace 3D. So now you see it displays the thing. And how it works, basically what happened, here this scale 1 is multiplied with this image. Okay, so when your white area, that is 1, is multiplied with this value. For example I apply 2. Now you see more displacement. But right now what happened, by default displaced apply on normal of this surface, the direction of the normal of your surface, but I want to displace this in perspective. Okay, and obviously see here, you see the displacement look like this because here we have subdivision level is very less, as you see like this. So I increase this subdivision level, for example 400, and now you see so it gives me good displacement. Okay, now the main concern is that it displays towards its normal. So here we have good option in displace 3D tool, and that is camera displacement. Okay, and what we need to do is point to camera. So now it displays towards the camera. And definitely if you have more camera in this Merge 3D, you have to define which camera you want to. Okay, now you see if I move my camera, it automatically displays towards the camera. So that's how we create displacement projection. And definitely you don't move this camera. So I rename this thing displace cam. And if you want to do some parallax thing, you need one more camera. So right now I just create one render 3D. And first of all I set this camera properly like this. Now I copy the displace camera and paste it over here, and I rename this thing as my render cam, and I create one Merge 3D over here, and I apply this camera in this, and in render 3D I define render cam. Now I don't move this camera, so I select this thing and I lock this camera, and now you need to animate this camera. So I just go there in transform tool, transform control, right click, animate translate group, and move my camera. So now you see it's giving me good parallax effect. So now the question is that how we create this depth map. Okay, so I will show you through this image only. So here I have one image. So first of all I set my preferences according to my image. So I go to file, preferences, and in frame format I define 1280 into 960 and save this thing. Now I create one image plane 3D, apply this image in this image plane, and I create one camera 3D. I move my camera like this in Z. Okay, and one displace 3D, and here I define point to camera and camera 3D one, or I rename these things. Okay, now I create depth map for this image. So first of all I create one background tool. Okay, and because we set the preference according to my image, so by default the size of this background also get this value. Now see, if I apply this image as displacement map, then what happens? Now see, if I apply gradient and white over here, and you see image displays according to this. Even I increase the subdivision level, for example 200. Now what you have to do, so first define horizon line of this image. So I consider with this as my horizon line. So first of all, the base of your depth map is your horizon line. So what I have to do, I just select this background and I go to gradient, like this. Point 5, 0.5. Okay. Now I move my black point like this. When you can check the proper horizon line using this view. So I just select this, I drag this image over here and I switch to A and B split view. So we can easily define where my horizon line is. So this line indicate my horizon line and this towards my camera. Now you see in displacement it gives me like this. Now next step, for example I want to create a proper depth for this area. So I create one more background, I merge these things over here, I select this background, I select polygon mask tool, and I select this area. Okay, now I drag this merge over here, I select this background, I go to gradient and I set my gradient like this. Now I select my black point, I just click over here and pick this value from my background. I select this white point, I pick my color over here. And now you see even here in this place it's giving me good feel. Now I design depth for this area. So again I have to create one more background. Just drag over here to create one merge. I select this area. Again I create one polygon mask tool. I select this area. I just show you the basic concept of how to create that. You can add some more detail in it. Okay, so I select this area. Now I drag this image over here. I select my background 3. Again go to gradient. Now I set my gradient like this. Select this black point, pick my color from here, and for this you need some dark value. So I pick from here, and now you see in this displacement you got some good displacement over here. Now for this area, because see here you need some color from here. For this ground area you need some different color from here, and over here you need some different color, over here you need some different color. So what I have to do, so I create one background again. I just drag over here. Now I select this background and I go to four corner, not gradient, four corner. Okay, this is my top left, so this, so for that I pick this color. Okay, for top right again I pick this color. For bottom left I pick this color, and from bottom right I pick this color. Now after this background 4 I apply one corner position, and I just set these corners like this. Okay, now you see in display 3D you get some good ground. Now I create displacement from this area. So I again create one background, I drag over here, that is over here, I select this background, go to gradient, again I create one mask tool, I select this area, and here we just apply flat color from here. And again I create one background for this shutter. So I click this, select this background, create one more polygon mask, like this. I go to background and I go to gradient, I set my gradient like this, point 8, point 8, and I just click this background, I pick the color from here, and for this area color from here. So you see, that's how we create depth map. Okay, you can add some more detail for this pipe and all this thing, but this is the basic idea through using some gradient and some corner pin, corner position tool and all these things. So now I'm going to show you one more interesting creation of depth map. Now you see, this is a tunnel and you want to create depth map for this tunnel like this. So how we create depth map for tunnel? So here I have one good idea for that. So first of all, I set my preferences. Okay, and I just set my setting like high quality. I off my auto proxy, and here I set my global time to 120. Now I create one background. Okay, and I create one polygon mask tool. Now I just drag my timeline to 45 frame on 45 frame, and I draw mask on one depth. like this. I select this vertex, shift S to smooth this thing. I apply adjust proper bezier. Okay, I just move my timeline over here and I select this mask. I move over here and press S to scale my mask like this. Again go to 100 frame and move my mask like this. Increase the size and see I put my mouse over here, so when I press S is consider the center or pivot point on the location of my mouse like this. Okay, so 100 frame. Now I move in between and set my location properly. Even scale it properly and basically animate this shape according to your tunnel depth. Okay, so it's moved like this. Now what you have to do, I just select my background and animate my color. So I just right click over here, animate color group, and it convert black to white. Okay, now I select my polygon mask. I just invert this mask, then I apply one effect, that is trail effect. And here the most important thing is that you need to stop this repeat mode, and I just drag this trail over here, restart this thing always, and I'm not going to change anything over here, and I just play these things and you see the magic of this effect. Oh, and it's giving me good tunnel depth effect. Now you can add some more things like this as I shown in the previous depth generation. So I create one background, I drag over here, I mask this thing, create one more mask. One more mask. Okay, and I select this background. I go to gradient. I just drag this gradient control over here. Okay, I select this white point. I pick my color from here, and I select my black point and pick color from here. Even I blur this thing. Now if you apply the same process, just I apply one image plane 3D, increase the value, create one camera, apply displace 3D, apply this image as my displacement map, and set point to center camera. Now you see. So this is easy way. Now you save this image in any format, JPEG, TAGA, EXA, and you can use this as depth projection. So hope you like this tutorial. See you soon.